Hey, greetings guys. It's Mr. Minister back with another video. And by the way, to all of you who don't know, my viewers, my parliamentarians and my alligators, the video I just posted that was a short is actually it was meant to be a video. The second and the final part of the video I was reacting to by Alex the Virgo entitled "Why You Need an Alter Ego." So I just posted that, but due to YouTube being the social media platform that it is, it decided to turn my video into a short. Because of the length of time I recorded it for. Actually, I didn't record it. It was a 16 and 30-minute video. 16-minute and 30-minute video because I thought about reacting to another video and then I changed my mind. So the video in length, in its full length, is 16 minutes and 30 seconds, but I shortened it to like 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys for always watching. I got like 121 views on that bad boy. So I really appreciate it, guys. So today I'm gonna be reacting to another video, and before I share the title and the content creator of that video, I'd just like to say like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, man, let's do this. And the video we're gonna react to today and actually go through it completely and entirely is Generation Z's or Gen Z's strange obsession with 2016. Everyone says this was a great year. For some reason, I don't know why, because for me and my friends, or should I correct myself in saying my friends and I, had a terrible year in that year. So without further ado, let's get stuck into the groove. Hold on, let me just do that, because gotta, yeah, straighten everything out. And here we go.
2016, the year that has their cock down everybody's esophagus. Everybody glazes this shit. 2016, the year that has their cock down everybody's esophagus. Everybody glazes this shit to no ends meet.
And you just wonder why. Because this year might have been hell for other people. You know, most people thought about self-deletion. For those of you who don't know the definition of self-deletion, go and figure it out. Or I'm just gonna be blunt with you because I care about you guys. Suicide. Yes, people were committing suicide in this year. So yeah, and going through much darker things like the dark night of the soul, melancholia, depression, disappointment, not being able to get a girlfriend, trying to talk to an older lady and being rejected, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. The strike, you're out. I mean, a lot of bad things were happening. People were failing after getting good grades for Lord knows how many years, or maybe got good grades in high school in like maybe 1 or 2 years, and then everything just went down for them. So whenever people say, "Oh, this was the best year of their life," you're telling me you don't know anyone who went through the darkest days of their lives so much to the point that they would rather have ended their lives than continue another day because they knew deep down inside they just couldn't take it anymore. You're telling me this is still the best year? My viewers, I want you all to think about that. Literally think about what I just said. Hell, there are people who are suffering right now. There are people who are worse off, like, nah, anywhere is better than here. People, it is so bad, people would rather live on the moon. How are you going to survive on the moon with there being no oxygen and no gravity? How in the hell? Do you understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm sure you do. I pray to God that you do. And I'm sure that the people who watch this video who are disappointed and depressed in their lives currently as we speak know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you may even have friends or have had friends who decide to commit suicide. YouTube, don't do anything to this video. People need to know, people need to know, people need to be aware of these things. And without without further ado, let us continue with this video.
No matter how good a year can be, it will never be better than 2016.
Never? You know what Justin Bieber said? Never say never.
I get 2016 was fire. It was really a good year. But this generation and millennials are just so obsessed with this. Like, y'all act like no other year has been good besides that year.
Because there have been other years that have been good, if not better. You know what? No, I will dare say better, actually. Better than 2016. Are you kidding me? There's no other year that's been better than. If you really do not shut up with that nonsensical BS and remove yourself from my line of vision, I will annihilate you, my friend.
I was 10 during that time, so I might not understand the full implications. I've been wondering for a minute, why is everybody so obsessed with 2016? Besides the fact that sports, music, and media all peaked during this year. And the main reason that I found is because of 2020. 2020 was the end of the world as we know it. COVID shut everything down, forcing everybody to go inside and basically live life through their phones and laptops. And because of this 6-month-long event of quarantining and not going outside, society hasn't been the same since.
6 months? My friend, it's been 2 whole years of that nonsense.
Majority of society went from being very outgoing and social to all wanting to be nonchalant, popular, and lonely. We went from hanging out with the boys and going to parties on Fridays and Saturdays to staying inside playing Fortnite and GTA. And we went from actually talking and interacting with women in real life to only being able to talk to them through messages or FaceTime. Not to mention, if we wanted any physical intimacy with anyone, we would have to use our hands, which turned everybody into gooners for about 6 months. Don't lie, we all went through that phase. Yes, I said we. Stop lying to yourself. And while it's been fun.
Not during the lockdown, though. Not during that 2-year lockdown. Way before that, I have, but no. No, I'm a changed man now. I've seen brighter pastures.
5 years since these events happened, and we have progressed a lot throughout society. A lot of the consequences from that year still remain. One of them being the significant rise of social media. Before 2020, social media and content creators were still very popular. Ever since that year, this shit has exploded beyond belief. The popular thing to do nowadays isn't to be a rapper or an actor, it's to be a content creator. Kids are dead growing up wanting to be this. People would rather stay inside and smoke and chill than go outside and drink with the boys. Whether you like it or not, 2020 turned all of us into introverts. And even if you didn't make that complete transition, you're at least a little bit more there than you would have if not for the pandemic. But let's get straight to the point. How does this relate to 2016? Well, when you think about what 2016 was to its core, it's literally everything that 2020 wasn't. I think the biggest thing that everybody talks about when they talk about that year is the vibe. The average weekend in 2016, I'm literally on the way to a function whose address I got off Snapchat. I'm in a packed car, blasting EXO Tour Life, screaming that with my location off, knowing that I'm going to be home way past curfew. That was back when Instagram was still lit. We had World Star popping off. Memes were trending. There was no TikTok. There was no brain rot. People actually could talk to people. There was no, attention disorder. You could literally be having a conversation with somebody and get to know them and not be, checking your phone every 5 seconds. When they're teenagers, I'm going to be thinking in my head, losers? Losers? What do you mean you sit at home watching people stream? Go do something. It was just something in the air that year. You couldn't explain. The world just kind of felt like a community. Maybe it was because of all of the challenges, new dances like the dab, the mannequin challenge, hell, the rise of Pokemon Go.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Get that thing off my shit right now. Get that thing. Whatever it was, life just felt more together back then. There were so many things to be a part of in an era where the internet was still fairly new to being popular. It was like the perfect climax of social media meeting actual real life and joining together to just create a perfect vibe.
I think 2016 is such a nostalgia and mixture because that was the last peak genuine year. Meaning that was the last genuine year of vibe. How I think of 2016, that's when me, my generation, we were at the peak of this social media stuff.
Before I continue, I know that everyone says that, oh no, the 2-year corona lockdown was the reason that most people have turned into introverts too. True, that's very true. And at the same time, it's not true because there are a lot of people who are introverts already. a large majority of them who were introverts, is just that people didn't know them or didn't care to know about them or just downright ignored them. Or all three, because I mean, there were a lot of introverts. We were getting the short end of the stick. I mean, if you knew what it was like to be a nerd and a geek between the 80s all the way through to 2015, maybe even before 2020, you know what it's like to be an outcast, to be judged for what and who you are. Now everyone's a nerd, now everyone is a geek, now everyone's an introvert, and you're telling me that I'm supposed to just accept that because it is what it is, because that is the brand new norm of our society today as we know it? Please, please. And another thing that really ticks me off is that for us nerds and geeks and introverts like myself, we've gone through troubling times in our lives. We would be bullied for the mere fact that that our appearances and our speech and the manner in which we conducted ourselves was entirely and completely different to everyone else because it was strange, it was abnormal, it was alien to the rest of the world. So this is just leaving me speechless, as you can hear. And also, I'll say this to a lot of my introverts, geeks, and nerds out there, especially my outcasts. 2016 was a dark year for me because I've been through so much nonsensical BS that was the last year that I cried. And I haven't cried since. As to the reasons why, I can't share that information because someone might dethrone me off of my YouTube on my YouTube I don't know, trajectory of trying to change people's lives and just create entertaining and fun videos, or as we say nowadays, content. And they just might use it to tarnish my reputation and ruin my life. And I'm just trying to avoid that from happening. Anyway, so if anyone ever tells me, "Oh no, 2016 was a great year," my friend, I have gone through a dark night of the soul. So you cannot tell me nonsense. And with that said, I'm gonna try not to pause ever again and try and finish up this video. If I don't, guys, you know there's gonna be a part 2. So please check that out if I'm unable to finish this video. And with that said, let's get back to this. And thanks for your support, guys, for watching the second and final part of why you need an alter ego. I really appreciate that, guys. I really do. Things have been dark and nightmarishly scary in my life these days. And no, I know this for a fact that I'm not the only one who feels this way. But anyway, without further ado, let's get back to the video.
Was having its rounds, but no one really knew what it was. So no one really knew what it was to be an influencer, or no one really knew what social media was. It was still just throwing stuff at the fan, just going with the vibes. That was like the last year of what we know before everything just turned superficial. And then right after that, my generation, shout out to the 25 and 26-year-old, I can't pinpoint it, but we crossed over into a different sector in 2017. And if you know the feeling, you know the feeling. But after 2016, it was just like 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. And from there, everything just kind of been in limbo.
Like I said before, one of the most obvious reasons for our obsession with this year is because everything peaked. Sports, movies, content, music. This year just had everything.
The last instances of a full-length Rihanna and Frank Ocean
Anti
project,
and
Drake
blonde,
becoming
yeah.
synonymous with one of the most nostalgic summers ever, Kanye with one of the most iconic listening parties we've ever seen.
I remember a few friends of mine who come to the Republic of South Africa, currently where I'm situated, or as I normally refer to as the Southern Hemisphere. One of my friends, friends invited this guy to the listening party. He got to the listening party, and for some odd reason, he couldn't get in. And what could have been the greatest memory of his greatest day of his life became the darkest day of his life. He doesn't really like to talk about that day, and he hasn't been the same since. Yeah.
Chance the Rapper before jinxing himself on Ultralight Beam. Post Malone before converting into a full-time West Virginian. The Weeknd giving us an album that was initially negatively received because all you fake mysterious freaks kept saying trilogy's better. Both are good. Shut up. YouTube had content that wasn't just balloon popping and weird vlog. Basketball at the collegiate and professional level was peak. Blocked by Jane. You would see a fine woman at Target and just think about her the rest of the day. Now you just scroll on your phone and say damn and move on. We're in a revolving door of situationships. Nothing feels sacred anymore.
One thing bro forgot to mention in this video, Double XL 2016 class. It started a whole new era of music. Also, football fans. Odell, 2015-2016 Panthers, Cam Newton, Super Bowl camp. Peyton Manning's last year. Not to mention when you go to the basketball side, we had the greatest finals of all time. And it feels like every big artist also dropped a major project.
Everyone, that's it for the video. I will create a second and final part sometime later this weekend. Take care of yourselves. And that's it for the young and honorable and intelligent diplomat. I will see you on the flip side. Love you guys for all the support. Peace.